Hey, Georgia Tech fans, back here with another episode of Swarm Talk and another one of our series interviews with the latest commits. Another one out of the state of Louisiana. It's the receiver, Koby Young. Koby, thanks so
Yeah,
much for joining us, man. Look, the fan base is excited. How excited are you to be a Yellow Jacket?
man, I'm pumped. I really feel like I can make an impact and do some big things at Georgia Tech for sure.
Now, obviously, man, the run that Georgia Tech has been on and kind of opening this pathway to Louisiana. Josh Crawford, I know, is a guy that's been in contact with you. Brumfield as well. When you look at these two guys and the way they've recruited not only you but several of your good friends, what's
Yeah,
that been like, and what are those relationships like?
man, those guys are hard workers. I tell you, like I fell in love immediately from Coach Crawford, Coach Brumfield, the whole coaching staff. They got me and my couple what is it? Orleanians. They got a couple of my guys up there, and yeah, it's amazing.
When you talk about a couple of these guys that you're close with, I know there's still some out there.
Yeah.
What is your pitch now that you're committed to get these guys on board with you?
Man, it's just come build something with me at Georgia Tech, and then let's start something. Let's just be different. Let's be great. I feel like I could be a leader and get people over here because I feel like Georgia Tech is going in the right path in the right direction.
I want to talk about specifically one guy that you could make some plays with in
Yeah,
the Georgia Tech receiving corps, Michael Turner Jr. Look,
yeah,
we know what he can do, his speed, stuff like that. I mean, what would it be like having him alongside you in that receiving room?
man, it would be great. I feel like don't get double teamed, nothing. Mike over there. If it's not me, it's Mike. If it's not Mike, it's me. I feel like we could do great things and just win. I feel like we could win together, most definitely.
You've mentioned it already, just talking about Georgia Tech showing you the love from day one, and it was one of those
Yeah.
programs that just kind of continued that. But talk about what other than that made this the place I want to be and I want to play college football at.
And when I got out there for my official visit, um, went around the city with the players, the coaches. I mean, shoot, it's a beautiful city. Great energy. I love New Orleans. That's my home. But Atlanta's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty good.
Who was the guy that like showed you around? Who was that guy that kind of
Um,
the player rep, I should say?
yeah, my guy Abdul and Kristen Leary, Malik, all those guys. It was just great. Just to see ballers, receivers like me, and what they doing, and like I just love the energy.
You talk about this offense and what they're doing. Obviously, offensive coordinator Buster Faulkner is a big reason why there's a lot of excitement for this group. Can you kind of talk about what your conversations are like with him and what can fans expect this offense to look like?
Yeah, he told me he had to feed his kids, so he's throwing the ball. He's the way he feeds his kids is scoring, and I think I can do that, and I can be that guy for sure. Um, that was a big reason talking to him, just knowing he's going to throw the ball and he wants to score. So,
Obviously, you want to be able to throw the ball. Look, you guys got two quarterbacks committed in this class that are pretty outstanding young players. Talk about the 2024 class, how you feel like it's shaping up, and what's the bond like between all these guys that are committed right now?
it's great. Getting to talk to everybody. This is like texting them over the phone. It's always a quick conversation. I mean, hey, Georgia Tech are bringing some dogs, and I think I can help do that as well. Bring some other guys in.
Couple more questions for you here. We talk about Georgia Tech. It's a program that's trying to get back on track. And obviously, you mentioned it. Your pitch to other guys is say, hey, let's come and build something.
Yeah.
How much of that played in it for you? Not wanting to go somewhere where, hey, it might have been easy to fall in line with the next generation of NFL guys, but to go somewhere and say, hey, let's start something new. Let's create something.
Yeah, my mom always told me. My mom and dad always told me like be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Do what you think is right. And I think building a brand, building a team over there would be great. As a kid, I always been like that. I think that to my dad and mom because they raised me with that mentality.
Sounds awesome right there with the parents obviously there. How much has their support helped you throughout this entire process?
Man, this process has been very stressful. My dad, I owe it to him. He's been on the phone, messaging, doing everything, and I really appreciated it, and I'm thankful that I'll have a support system like this.
All right, and final question for you, man. Obviously,
Yeah.
your game, people can watch the film, but what should Georgia Tech fans know about the kind of player they're getting, and what do you like off the field? What are things you like to do when you're away from the game of
Yeah.
football?
Man, I love to compete. That's simple. I can go bowling, boxing, anything. You call me in frisbee, I'll go out there. I just love to compete, have fun, chill with fam, stuff like that. And Georgia Tech, they're getting a dog. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fight for every yard, everything. I'm a New Orleans boy. I grew up tough. I'm gonna catch everything, and like I'm telling you, I'm gonna be explosive. And you're gonna expect a Heisman Trophy winner. That's that's the type of vibes I'm feeling, and I want to be great, most definitely.
The desire to be great. Fantastic young man here in Koby Young talking. Koby, we got one more thing for you, man, and I wanted to
Okay.
ask this. I've asked this to every single guy.
Yeah,
How excited are you to play under the lights at Bobby Dodd? Because it can be one of those atmospheres
yeah,
that's pretty special in college football. Did you get a feel for that? Did they take you on the field during the visit? How did
yes,
that go?
yes. I stood right in the center of the field, man. It felt amazing. I could see it in vision. I'm excited, and fans are gonna have a show, most definitely.
They're hoping so as well. Georgia Tech kicking off against Louisville in just under 70 days, and they got a new receiver on board in that 2024 class. It's Koby Young. Koby, appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck
Appreciate
to
it.
you in your senior season, and you have a good one.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that's Koby Young. He was talking a little bit about the Yellow Jackets in that 2024 class. A couple things as we wrap up this interview. It's a special series we're doing, talking with all of these recruits, all of these commits as we can to get their perspective, something different, something innovative, some things you're not going to get anywhere else. And so the reason that you want to make sure you're tuned in, a couple things. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Bryce_Koon and follow at The Crowded Booth, the only place that you're getting this kind of content for your favorite team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. It's another edition of Swarm Talk. We'll talk to you next time here on The Crowded Booth.
Pile in here and make yourself feel at home. The Crowded Booth is coming on. The Crowded Booth with Bryce Koon.